right, so you've got your set of weights. You guys can just set that down to the side of your mat, and we're gonna get started seated. So go ahead and find a comfortable seat on your mat. Go ahead and crisscross the legs. And we're gonna go ahead and take palms up on the knees. So take a moment to situate yourself, make sure you're nice and comfortable. Through the sits bones, grounding down, roll the shoulders down the back, and then whenever you're ready, go ahead and relax the eyes closed. So start to tune into your breath. Notice if your breath is up high in your chest. If it is, try to take it a little bit lower. So we're going to be connecting into our 3-part breath. So as you inhale, think about filling the belly up with air. So breathe through the belly. That travels up into the rib cage, breathing space in between the ribs, and it finally reaches your chest. As you exhale, release from the chest, knit the ribs together, and feel your belly button press back towards your spine. So that 3-part breath, starting in the belly, traveling through the ribs, finally reaching the chest, and then releasing the opposite way. Releasing from the chest, knitting the ribs together, pressing the belly button back towards your spine. Now our sole focus for today is the breath. So I want you to really stay connected as we move through your practice. Now, if you'd like to set your own personal intention for this practice, feel free to find that intention now. Otherwise, just continue to focus on that breath. And once again, throughout the practice, if it ever becomes challenging or your mind starts to wander somewhere else, bring it back to the breath. Think about your breath cleansing the body. Keep the eyes relaxed, closed. Turn your palms down on your knees. Drop your right ear down towards your right shoulder. Feel that stretch through the left side of the neck. Tilt the head back to center and then drop left ear towards the left shoulder. Feel that stretch through the right side of the neck. Tilt the head back to center and then drop your chin towards your chest. Release your head, let it hang heavy, and start to round through your spine. So pull the belly button back, let your shoulders round forward, sink back deeper in towards your tailbone. See curving through that spine, really rounding it back. And then press into your palms. Inhale, lift the head, lift the chest. Take your gaze up towards the sky, roll your shoulders down the back. Really open, lengthen through your spine. And then slowly bring it back to center. All right, go ahead and bring the eyes open, and we're gonna go on to hands and knees. So make sure your weights are close by. We're gonna pick those up in just a minute. So come on to hands and knees, spread out through your fingertips, ground down through your palms. Inhale, lift your head, lift the tailbone, let your belly drop into cow. Exhale, tuck your chin, round your spine, pull your belly button back. So inhale, lengthen it into cow. Exhale, round it back into cat. So we're just finding a few cat-cow breaths just to your own pace. Warming up through your spine, warming up through the core. Find that 3-part breath here, make it deep. All right, you guys, one last breath here. Bring it back to a neutral spine and then sink your hips back towards your heels. Stretch your arms out long into a child's pose. Surrender your forehead down to the mat. So just know, child's pose is always available for you. If at any point during the practice you want to return here, you're more than welcome. Go ahead and slowly bring it back up. Let's reach for one of your weights. So left hand is going to pick up your weight. You're right back onto hands and knees. Now from here, left arm's going to reach out in front. You've got your weight in hand. Right leg is going to go back behind. So left arm is forward, right leg is back. Flex your foot. Right hip is squared down to your mat. Inhale it here. Now as you exhale, bring elbow and knee to meet. Crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. So it's a little sunbird here. We've just added that weight. And also note, you guys, if at any point the weights are just adding too much trouble, all of this can be done without weights. Last one here, hold the left arm out, hold the right leg out. Give me little lifts up, up, up. Little pulses, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left hand down, right knee down. Transfer that weight to your right hand. Right arm goes out, left leg goes behind. Inhale it here, exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, crunch. So same thing here. Use your inhale to extend. Use the exhale to crunch. 2 more. Hold the arm and the leg out and pulse. Lift, lift, lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hand down, knee down. Set that weight to the side. Press into your palms, curl the toes under, shift your hips up and back. Find your downward facing dog. Release through the head. If those calves are feeling tight, feel free to pedal out through the feet. Try to press both heels down here. So you're in your downward facing dog. Give me an inhale here. As you exhale, shift the weight to your toes, drop your hips down, and find yourself in a plank. Inhale, pike the hips up. Exhale, level it out to your plank. Inhale, pike the hips up. Exhale, level it out to your plank. So it's smooth and it's slow. Think about shifting the weight back towards the heels as you find your downward dog, and then up towards the toes as you hit that plank. Let's go ahead and do 3 more here. 2 more here. Make sure you're still using that breath. Last one here. Level it out to your plank. Hold in that plank position. Strong foundation here. Wrists right under your shoulders. Belly button pressing back towards your spine. Gaze is down and forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees. Sink the booty back for your heels. Find your child's pose, or at least just come off of your hands and wrists. Give them a little break. It's going to be a lot on the hands and wrists here in the next few minutes, so give them a little rest. All right, whenever you're ready, go ahead and meet me back in your downward dog. So you're right back in that downward dog position. So from here, extend your left leg up towards the ceiling. So left leg is reaching up high to the sky, toes are pointed. Now from here, shift the weight to the right toes, level it out to your plank. Left leg is just hovering above the mat. So it's right in alignment with the right, it's just hovering. And then inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift it back up. So it is exactly the same thing we just did a moment ago. We've just taken one of your legs out of the equation. All right, 2 more on this side. Last one here. Hold it in your plank. Hold that left leg hovering. Just pause. Hold it. Keep pressing those hips down. Squeeze that left leg. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shift the hips up and back. Find that downward dog. Lower your left foot down. Once again, bend the knees. Come off of your hands. Find your child's pose. Just give your wrists a break. We're going to do the exact same thing on the right. So hands back down, curl your toes under, shift the hips up and back. Take the right leg up high to the sky, point your toes. Inhale it here. Exhale, shift the weight to the left, toes plank. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, plank. Inhale, lift it up. Keep squeezing through that right leg. Keep pointing through those toes. Now on this next one, hold your plank. Just hold it. Keep that right leg hovering. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shift the hips up and back. Right leg is high. Lower your right foot down. Bend your knees. Find your child's pose. Take a breath, you guys. Abs should be nice and warm. Roll out the wrists. We have one more variation on the hands. Bear with me, I know it's a lot here. All right, so go ahead and bring it back to downward dog. So you're back in your downward dog. Once again, extend your left leg up high. Now from here, keep the right foot as is. Walk your hands back towards your right foot. So hands are slightly in front of your right foot. Your nose is reaching for your right knee. Inhale it here. Now as you exhale, walk your hands out to find your plank. Hover the left leg down. Walk the hands back towards your right foot. Inhale it here. Walk your hands forward, find that plank. So instead of just transferring weight, you're physically moving your body back and forth on your mat. All the while, that left leg is squeezing, it's staying lifted. All right, you guys, on your next one, hold that standing split. So release your nose towards your right knee, reach that left leg up a little bit higher, and then go ahead and slowly lower that left foot down. Find your child's pose or find your downward dog again. All right, meet me in your downward dog. Right leg goes up towards the ceiling. Walk your hands back towards that left foot, standing split. Inhale it here, exhale, walk it out. Inhale, walk it back. Exhale, walk it out. So shoulders should really start to fire. Right leg is squeezing, booty is activated. Let's just call it an all-over body exercise. Now on this next one, hold that standing split. Release your nose towards that left knee. And then lower your right foot down. Bend your knees. Find your child's pose. Release. All right, you guys, slowly restock your spine. Move your weights to the front of your mat. So set them out towards the edges. They're all ready for you to easily pick up. Now from here, we're gonna step that right foot forward. So right foot is step forward, you're on your left knee, bring your hands down so that they're right around that right foot. Curl the left toes under, pop that knee up, and you're in a runner's lunge. So try lifting your chest up and off that right thigh. Arms are gonna reach down towards that mat, gaze is down and forward. Find your balance, reach for your weight, and come up to a standing lunge. So we're in a crescent lunge, right knee is above the ankle, left heel is lifted, one weight in either hand. All right, so from here, find your balance, find a spot to focus on, bring your elbows in beside the body. Now from here, as you inhale, lift that left leg up, exhale, step it out. So inhale, lift, exhale, step it out. So you're pulling left knee up towards the chest and then stepping it back behind into your lunge. Now you can move slower, more balance, more control. Faster will get your heart rate up. Let's do 3, 2. Last one, hold your lunge. Extend your arms out, palms turn up towards the ceiling. Inhale here, exhale, bend the elbows, bend your left knee. Inhale, lift, exhale, bend. So left knee is bending down towards the mat. Arms are finding a bicep curl. Now on this next one, hold. Just the arms, lift, lift. So lower body staying still, just working those arms. Now hold the arms, just pulse the hips. Add that little pulse of the arms. So arms reaching up, hips going down, a little bit of opposition. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rotate to center. Let your toes turn out. Bring your weights down to the mat. Hands are gonna relax, head is gonna drop. Little wide leg forward fold for a moment. Now before we do the opposite side, we're gonna take our goddess pose. So soft bend in your knees, grab your weights again. So feet are wider than your hips, toes are turned out, one weight back in either hand. So arms are out in a T, legs are straight. Inhale here. As you exhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows. Inhale, extend, exhale to bend. So think everything extending, everything bending. Now on this next one, hold. Now once again, just the arms, little lifts. So tiny little lifts up. Keep that 90-degree bend going. Hold the arms, now pulse the hips. So sink lower into your squat every time. Tailbone reaching down. Now hold, lift the heels up high. So you're still in a squat, high heel position. Start to pump those arms, add the pulse of your hips. So you want to hit that shake zone through the legs. So heels high, hips low, arms pulsing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Heels a little higher, hips a little bit lower. Find that shake zone. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, dive it forward. Drop the weights. Walk your hands over to the right side. Get a nice little pull. Walk it through center. Walk your hands to the left. Walk it back through center. Grab your weights and then rotate to the left side. So set the weights down for a moment right in front of you. Hands are framing that left foot. Find your runner's lunge, chest lifting up and off that left thigh. Now, whenever you've got your balance, reach for your weights, come up nice and tall, and you're in that lunge position. Elbows in beside the body. Now from here, shift all the weight into the left foot. Inhale it here. Exhale, pull the right knee up. Inhale, lunge it out. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lunge. So you've got balance that you're thinking about. And you think about working both directions. Right knee coming up high, and then lengthening back to your lunge. For 3, 2, last one, hold. Extend the arms out, turn your palms down. Give me those high rows. So elbows bending out wide, and then punching forward. Now from here, hold the arms, pulse through the hips, down and up. So right knee bending towards the mat, and then pressing back up. Now hold it low, just pulse through the hips, add a little pulse of the arms. So pulsing upper and lower body. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand it up, rotate center, drop those weights, and release into that wide leg forward fold. We're gonna find a twist here. Left hand to center, right under your throat. Inhale, sweep that right arm up. Gaze up towards your right hand. And then right hand replaces the left. Inhale, sweep that left arm up. Return both hands to the mat, and then take your hands to wrap behind your thighs, calves, or ankles, and try to pull the crown of your head down towards your mat. So trying to pull the head closer towards the mat, all the while you're feeling that stretch through the full back side of the body. Now from here, we're gonna move it into our yoga squat. Bring your hands back down on the mat. Weights can stay where they are. Toe heel your feet in a little bit closer, and then sink your tailbone down. Hands are gonna meet at heart center. So elbows are pressing your knees open. It is an intense hip opener here, you guys. So palms are pressing in, they're at heart center, tailbone's reaching for your mat, elbows actively pressing your knees open. So even if your squat's a little bit higher, it's okay. You're still using those knees to take that stretch a little bit deeper. Keep it low. Reach your hands down for the ground. So you might have to come a little bit lower and then start to shift the weight side to side. So start to make your range of motion a little bit larger. So as you shift weight to one side, extend through the opposite leg. Now all the while though, what I want you to notice is your tailbone isn't lifting, it's staying towards the mat. So once again, you should feel a lot of hips, a lot of inner thighs. Keep it low. Make that movement a little bit larger. Take your gaze towards that extended leg. Flex into that foot. All right, you guys, let's do one more either side. Bring it back to center. Carefully come onto your knees. Now from here, we're gonna keep it with a hip opener. Slide your weights a little bit further away. And then from here, stay on your knees. Take your knees out wide on your mat and bring the insides of your feet down on the mat. So that inner part of your arch is on the mat. Elbows are gonna come down onto your mat as you come into frog. So if this is too much on the knees, you guys, you can always readjust your mat, double it up. We are hanging out here for a minute. So what I want you to think about is your hips sinking closer towards the mat. Knees are open nice and wide. And then elbows are just propping you up, but release your head and chest down. So once again, hip opener here, you guys. This is a big one. I know it's a tough one to hold, but try to relax into the pose as much as possible. Take it back to that 3-part breath. All right, you guys, carefully press back up onto your palms. Carefully slide those knees in. Curl your toes under, shift the hips up and back. Find your downward dog. Now, just as we did a little bit ago, extend your right leg up high to the sky. Point through your toes, let your hip externally rotate. So let the hip open up. Now from here, shift the weight towards your toes, shift the weight up towards your hands, bend that right knee towards the right elbow. Inhale, extend it back up. Exhale, shift the weight forward, bend that right knee to the right elbow. Inhale, lift it back up. 3 more like this, you guys, stick with me. And then we're gonna drop it into pigeon. So on this last one, right knee to the right elbow, hold, and then release it down. So right knee is turned out. You can see the sole of your right foot. Left leg is long behind you. Hands walk back towards your hips. Lift the head and chest. Now from here, walk those hands on forward and find your sleeping pigeon. So release your upper body down, and you'll feel that stretch through the outer side seat. Go ahead and use your hands to walk yourself back up. Curl your left toes under and then lift that knee up. Shift it back to that downward dog and then lower your right foot down. So from here, left leg goes up high to the sky. Externally rotate from your hip. Inhale here. Exhale, shift the weight forward. Bend your left knee towards your left elbow. Inhale, take it back up. Exhale, lower. All right, 2 more here, you guys. Now on this last one, hold, release the left leg down, slide the right leg out. Find pigeon on your left. Walk your hands back by your hips, open the chest, and then take it down to sleeping pigeon. Release the head and the chest towards the mat. and press up to your hands. Curl the right toes under, and then go ahead and take it back to that downward dog. Left leg up high to the sky, and slowly lower it down. Bend your knees, and go ahead and bring yourself down onto your back. So lay yourself down on your back, feet grounded on the mat, arms down long beside you. Give me a big inhale here. With your exhale, lift your hips, roll your spine up, and find your bridge. So we're gonna hold in your bridge. You've got options. So hips are lifted, you've rolled up onto your shoulder blades. To get a little bit more height, you can take your arms underneath your back, interlace your fingers, tuck your shoulder blades under, and you'll get a little bit higher. So you got those options. Other option, if it's in your practice, is to take it into your full wheel. So if you want to take it into your full wheel, release the hips down. Bring your hands back behind your shoulders, elbows pointing up towards the sky. Put pressure into your heels and lift it to that full wheel position. So you've got options for your bridge. Either way, you're keeping those hips high. You're squeezing through your glutes. One last big breath here. And then as slow as you can go, release the spine, release the hips, bring it all the way down, extend your legs up high to the sky, wrap your hands behind your thighs or your calves, maybe flex the feet. Release your head down, hug your knees in, rock it a little side to side, or maybe you want to find a little bit of happy baby, whatever feels good for you here. We're going to take it into one last twist of your spine and then we'll Shavasana. So take your feet out mat distance, knees pointed up towards the ceiling, arms open out to a T. Let your knees drop to the left, turn your head to the right. So knees to the left, head to the right, finding that little twist. Bring the knees back through center, knees to the right, head to the left. Bring it back to center. Extend your legs out long on your mat. Let your feet fall open. Arms down at your sides, palms turned up towards the ceiling. Relax the eyes closed and start to tune back into that 3-part breath. So filling the belly up with air, letting it travel up through the ribs, finding that expansion. It finally reaches the chest. And then you release from the chest. Knit the ribs. Press the belly button back towards your spine. Feeling that wave of breath. Surrendering your body into the earth. Slowly start to wiggle fingers and toes. Small movements to start. And then gradually make those movements a little bit larger, maybe reaching those arms back behind your head. And then whenever you're ready, rolling over onto your right side, finding a fetal position. And then keeping the eyes closed, making as little movement as possible. Make your way back up to a cross-legged seated position. Palms turned up on the knees. Taking these last few breaths to reflect on your practice. Go ahead and slowly bring the hands together at heart center. Softly open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys. Awesome